Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm very excited to talk about the goal setting module. So I'm going to walk through this with you because it's a pretty big packet. And this packet is similar to what I do with my private coaching clients. So you're really getting some great direction here. And it's something that I walk through step by step with them. So by the time they're done working with me, they have a pretty big binder of how they're able to create their 90-day goals and 1-year goals. And this is a great process we work through, especially at our private retreats. I do a self-full retreat. That's a 3-day intensive retreat. And then I also walk through, 3 days of getting to the place where you're ready to set your goals, even before you even think about creating a tribe. So here we are. You talked about being self-full and the importance of putting yourself first and finding your joy. And then you talked about the 4 really powerful tools that'll help you stay present and be joyful and putting yourself first. And now we're getting into this worksheet. Is it 9 pages? It's 9 pages of really great work. Now I want you to take your time in working through this worksheet and take several days to go through it because I want you to spend time here and giving yourself grace. I have this little quote on the top of the worksheet, and you can download this. It says, the entire worksheet, it says, each thought you have informs your energy, and your energy manifests into your experiences. Your thoughts and energy create your reality. That's from Gabrielle Bernstein. And boy, this is such exciting work. So I want to kind of go through your goal setting worksheet. Again, 9 pages. It is going to walk you through checking in on where you are with how you're doing self-care and how you're really being self-full. And it's going to ask you some different questions about where you are in that process. And it's going to ask you about remembering where you find joy and how often are you being joyful with yourself. So how often are you setting time aside to do those things that really bring you joy and play in life? Because playfulness is so important. And then we'll get into setting your goals. So we want you to talk about in this worksheet what are your top 10 goals that you want to set, why they're important to you. So what's your first goal, for instance? So it's a worksheet that has 10 different rows here. What's your first goal? Describe it. Why is it important to you? Why does this goal matter to you? And then how are you going to achieve it? So how do you want to reach that goal, and how will you achieve that goal, or at least what you think you will achieve? Because we're going to do a deeper dive on each one of these goals. And when you start considering what your goals are, I want you to think a bit about what visions come to mind. So whether it's really getting control of your finances, or it's about really healthy boundaries in your relationships, or it's about being physically fit, I want you to think about what visions or visual cues come up in your mind, because you're going to start thinking about what you're going to put on your vision board around your goals. And then we have prioritizing your goals. So after all of reviewing all those goals, you're going to pick one goal. And we're going to talk about why you're prioritizing it, what 1-degree shift you're going to make in the first 90 days through 1 year. So you're creating that pathway of how to achieve that goal. And what date do you want to achieve this goal? If you're choosing a goal that's a little bit more of a 1-degree shift, do you want to have that achieved in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days? Remember, baby steps. And then what do you do next in that area of your life? And we start creating some affirmations that are changing the message around that goal. So why do you think you are in that place that you are today in that goal? For instance, it took me a long time to create a budget and work from a budget and be really joyful around finances. And I really had to create a pathway and an understanding of what my blocks were, what my family believed about money, and how I kind of kept those beliefs about money, and how money could be a tool for me and not a guilt or a shameful subject for me, and how I could be really honest about money. So that's a great example of how I changed my I don't have money to I am responsible with my money and I invest it well. I started creating affirmations and changing that top 40 playlist in my head around my worthiness for money and starting to recode my pathways of how my neurons connect, neurons that wire together, fire together. So we're going to do a little bit of that work in these goals. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about recognizing the wisdom that you already have. So I had to recognize what I was really good about with money. So you may recognize, hey, I'm really good about this thing in this goal I have. Or here are some life experiences that'll help me achieve this goal. And then you're going to make a list of what you're going to start doing and what you're going to stop doing in your life, still focusing on that one goal. And then what other wisdom do you need to have to achieve this goal? And if you need to develop a new skill, where you're going to learn that skill and how will you use that skill to achieve that goal. And then we're going to talk about your action steps. And this is really getting concrete in how you're going to make 1-degree shifts and take action to achieve that goal so you have that goal completed by the end of the time that you've set. And you have the opportunity to create affirmations around that as well. And then you get to reflect on this process for that one goal. What's working well, what's not working well, and what are opportunities to make shifts. And then I have a little note on the bottom here, and I'm going to read this to you. Remember these 3 things. You are an exceptional woman. And I want you to write these down. Like write them down in your journal. Write them down on a sticky note you put in the mirror next to where you get ready every morning. You are the hero of your story. And do not compare your journey with anyone else. This is your journey. It will not be perfect. And that is why you will be successful, because you are human and you are perfectly imperfect. Give yourself grace along this journey. I want you to recognize, as you're going through this process, how far you've already come, how much you've already achieved. Being so full and raising your vibration with your tools and setting your goals are really setting up success for everything you do in your future. Personally, professionally, how you show up in life will inform everything in this work you have ahead of you. So, being tribal, practicing 1-degree shifts in this lifetime with these goals, and getting a good foundation set is really going to help you do the work that you're going to be doing with your tribe. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be such a great time. I'm so excited for you to do this work. Blessings, love, and light.